When people speak about Lebanon today, they talk about crisis, politics, sectarianism, instability. But very few talk about the root of it, French colonial engineering, carved into the country after World War I. Lebanon didn't request French rule. It was assigned to France by the Sykes-Picot Agreement in 1916, where Britain and France secretly divided the Middle East like spoils of war. Lebanon wasn't a nation invited into sovereignty. It was a bargaining chip on a European map. 1920, the creation of Greater Lebanon, France declared Greater Lebanon under its mandate. Borders were redrawn without consulting the people living there, attaching coastal and inland regions from the Ottoman province of Syria. The goal wasn't unity. The goal was strategy. Secure a loyal Christian majority state under French influence while controlling the mountains, the ports, and the trade routes. A mandate in name, an occupation in reality? France claimed it was protecting minorities, while simultaneously restructuring the entire political system in a way that would guarantee long-term sectarian division. They introduced confessional power sharing, not as a solution, but as a method of control. Divide, balance, exploit, repeat. Economic control. France seized customs revenues, controlled the Lebanese pound by tying it to the franc, and used Lebanon as a base for French banking, trading, and shipping interests. Infrastructure was built primarily for extraction. Ports that served French companies, rail lines pushing goods out, not empowering local industry. Cultural domination. French became the language of politics, education, law, and the elite. Schools funded by France pushed French history, French identity, French worldview, erasing centuries of Levantine, Arab, and Mediterranean cultural continuity. They weren't modernizing Lebanon, they were remolding it. Resistance the world rarely hears about Lebanese and Syrians rose up repeatedly. The 1925 to 1927 Great Syrian Revolt reached Lebanon's mountains. Protests, strikes, and uprisings swept Beirut. French forces responded with arrests, censorship, bombardments, and political crackdowns. 1943, independence, but not easily. When Lebanese leaders demanded full sovereignty, France arrested them, including Bahara el-Khoury and Riyad al-Sor. The Lebanese public erupted. Resistance groups surrounded government buildings. International pressure mounted. Only then did France retreat. Lebanon became officially independent in 1943, but the structural imprint of the French mandate, sectarian power sharing, economic dependency, political fragmentation, remains embedded in the foundations of the modern state. Colonialism doesn't leave quietly. It leaves cracks, pressures, and divisions that nations spent decades repairing. Lebanon's struggles didn't begin in the 1970s. They began the moment foreign powers carved the Levant with ink and